Hey, Kale, good to see you. Before we get to the action on the ice, just a question about the number change moving to 58. What was behind that?
To be honest with you, I just 34. I just look at it as a goalie number, so I didn't really want to go with 34. And my original number that I've worn my whole life is 10, but obviously that's taken. So I like 50s numbers on D. So there wasn't many other options, and yeah, that's what I chose.
Appreciate it. What about just sort of coming into camp this year, having a little bit more of a expectation of being included in that group of 7? Does that bring any excitement and or sort of extra stress compared to maybe camps before where you might have been targeted to spend the year in the American League?
Yeah, I mean, total excitement. I think I went into the quarantine or, since the last season ended, as just a great opportunity to continue my development in terms of strength. And I think I took advantage of that opportunity with those 9 or 10 months, really put on some good weight, and I feel strong. I feel a lot faster. And I just got myself as prepared as possible. And I think I did a great job of that. And I'm really excited for the season to get going. And in terms of stress, I don't think, being a young guy, you always want to be on your toes and you don't want to be, the one to mess up or anything like that. But, it's still hockey, and I'm just approaching it as, just another game. And, the practices, yeah, they're up tempo, but, nothing I can't handle. So I'm really excited to be with this group, and it's going to be a great start to the year.
And then one last follow-up would just be, I know we've talked a little bit in the past about your interest in playing on the right and the left side and being a versatile player, but I'm wondering if during all the time off, the extended time off, if maybe you put any extra practice or extra emphasis into that in terms of developing and rounding out your game.
Yeah, I think for the most part, since I was young, I've just always worked on both sides. Like if I'm doing skill work, blue line shooting, that kind of thing, I like to work from both sides. I think it's very versatile to be able to play both sides, and gives the coaching staff options, I guess. If someone goes down or whatnot, then I can play either side. So I like either side. I'm comfortable on either side, and I think that's a tool that I can maybe use for going forward too.
Thanks, Cal. Appreciate it.
Okay, next up is Nick Nixon.
Hey, Kale, good to see you. Starting your third year pro, going back to when you started out your pro career, talk about the areas you felt you've made the best strides and maybe areas you continue to work at in your game.
I think the areas I've taken the most strides is my D zone. And quite frankly, that's an area that I'm still looking to take more strides in. I think I'm offensively minded first, but I think, coming into pro, obviously that was a big area where I needed to improve if I wanted to be at this level. And I think I've done that, but I still think there's a lot of room for improvement. And like I said, I'm going to keep focusing on that area.
What are some of the areas in the D zone that the coaches kind of stress for you to get better?
I think just ending plays in the corners, ending movement. I just want to focus on having a great stick and defending with my feet. My skating is my best attribute. So if I can defend with my feet and have a good stick and just stop movement and break up a lot more plays, then I think I'm going to be better off.
Thanks, Cal.
Okay, next up is Andrew Knoll. Andrew, you need to unmute your mic.
Yeah, no, it was a little delayed coming up. Hey, Kale, how's it going? Great to see you. I wanted to ask experience in camp. I know this is at least your third one, right? But obviously unique circumstances with the long layoffs, the older guys getting time to rest, the younger guys getting time to train, and just having a whole different configuration. What did you take from this experience, and how was it different from previous camps? How do you think the different circumstances maybe benefited you guys or presented new challenges?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're a lot different. Just going right back to the end of last season, it was a long summer for me. I think it was really beneficial. Like you said, some of the older guys, they got time to heal and rest up, and But for myself, I took it as an advantage to train and continue to get better and stronger. And because that's an area that I really thought I needed to improve. And I think I did just that. I feel much stronger on the ice. But yeah, going into camp, yeah, it's a different feel. It's, it was quick three scrimmages and an inter squad game. And it was everything happened super fast. The season starts today. It feels like camp just started. So in terms of, the different feel, like I think it was beneficial. I think there's in a lot of ways to just get things going and just jump right into the games. I think that'll be awesome. And, you don't have too much time to think. So I think everyone in the room is really looking forward to the start of the season, and it's been a really long time since we played a hockey game. So I know myself, I'm really excited.
And on defense, you guys have some personnel changes, going back to the trade deadline last year, started to kind of reconfigure things. What do you think about the way this group is fitting together, and what's kind of the goal as far as you guys' contribution to the team this season?
Yeah, there's a lot of young guys in the room. I think we're all just, trying to be sponges and learn as much as we can. And, myself, I was watching the older guys and trying to pick up little things they're doing. Obviously Drew Doughty's always really impressive. Doesn't seem to make a mistake. And I really noticed Ole Mata's, habits, just the way he carries himself. And then also, he's always, one of the last older guys off the ice, always working on his game, different areas of his game. So I think, yeah, just trying to be a sponge. And then also on the flip side, just looking to win hockey games. I think this group has a lot of energy and a lot of excitement going into tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a good start.
And lastly, I know you guys had a lot of spots up for grabs in the roster in general, but particularly in the decor. And then, you have a situation the other day where 5 guys are out, including 2D, McDermott, Walker. Those guys are not on the opening night roster. Do these uncertain circumstances just kind of throw more things up in the air and provide maybe more opportunities for guys that are hungry to make their mark?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the circumstances we're in right now, but I think you're gonna see these things happen more often than not this year. Like you said, it's a great opportunity, for young guys like myself. You don't want to see Walker and McDermott be out of the lineup any given night. So, but on the flip side, for myself to be able to jump in and, be able to step up and, it's a huge opportunity, and I just want to make the most with that.
Thanks, Kale.
Okay, next up is Zach Dooley.
Hey, Clague. You've gone from, an AHL regular to an NHL debut last season to making the team out of camp this year. What's the next step for you when you look at your own game?
I think the next step for me is just being in the lineup every night. And I'm just going to have to work every day in practice and prove that I belong here and I belong to be in the lineup every night. And, it starts tomorrow. It's a great opportunity, like I said, for myself to, with those other guys being out, to come in and, play some key minutes and a little power play time. It's anything I could ask for and more. So I'm really excited for this opportunity, and I just can't wait for the puck to drop tomorrow.
Lastly, how big was getting that NHL debut out of the way last year beneficial for you this year, kind of knowing what to expect when you step onto the ice tomorrow?
Yeah, it's huge, with, getting that taste and going into the summer, that added motivation, just knowing it's where you want to be. And then also coming into camp with that extra confidence, knowing I've played a few games and I can carry that confidence over into the start of the season here. And like you said, I know what to expect. I know the pace and, how hard guys play and all that. So it's just a matter of being ready to go, and the rest will take care of itself.
Appreciate it.
Okay, next up is Daryl Evans.
Hey, Kale. When you look at this season as opposed to other years, usually you only have to worry about focusing on getting ready for camp and what you've got to do on the ice. How different has it been this year with all the other things surrounding the game? Get prepared.
Yeah, it's a lot different, but all the medical staff here and everyone involved to make sure this environment's safe. They've done an excellent job, and I don't imagine it to be any less excellent moving forward. So it's pretty easy. We have a routine. We just come in and everything's laid out for us. So all we really have to worry about is, you know, playing hockey, and I imagine that's how it's going to be moving forward. It's a little different, but you know, a lot of things the same in terms of playing hockey, and still the same game. So yeah.
When you look at that routine that you say, has that landscape changed much from the first day of camp to kind of where you are now to start the season?
No, I think we're in a pretty good routine right now. I don't think it hasn't changed much at all. You know, obviously as the season picks up, things are going to change with the busy schedule, but I think it's all going to be laid out for us, and we'll just have to focus on playing.
And one more, if I could, the years since you've turned pro here now for a couple of years, who's had the most influence on your game and kind of gotten you to the next level where you feel at now, where you're knocking on the door to make a permanent position in the NHL?
Yeah, I think OD has really helped me a lot. You know, he's the primary in terms of D development when I've been in Ontario. So, you know, he was a defenseman when he played, and he's given me a lot of great pointers and helped me a lot along the way in terms of video and things like that, and being able to be hands-on on the ice on development days and stuff. So I would say him. You know, we've done a lot of video, and like I said, he's helped me a lot in a lot of different ways, and, you know, most importantly, the D zone. So yeah, he's probably been the most influential for sure.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.